Yes, hello everyone. Hope you are doing great. Yeah, we are back at it with some Blender live streams. And yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at today. Some interesting art pieces. This is very interesting because it was done using Unreal Engine. Let me first get rid of this. Yeah, so this was done using Unreal Engine. I just love how it looks, but it's not what we are going to be doing. I just wanted to show it to you. I don't know, because I want to get into Unreal Engine more and do more live streams for Unreal Engine because I think it's very great in lighting, and because it's also free, it's accessible to everyone. So that is something that I might look into in the future. But today we are trying to do this kind of scene here, trying to create, basically this here. And yeah, let's get into that. And by the way, this is by Michel Salata. And let me just paste a link to his profile if you want to check his profile out. Hello, Kapil Patel. How are you doing? Good morning to you too. Hello, Vision Series. Good morning. Hello, Revo did that. Good morning. Hello, Vinit. Yes. Yeah, everyone is fast today. Yeah. Great. Yeah. So let's try to. Even Kapil is early today, so that's amazing. Oh, so yeah, let's try to do this one here. Again, it's by Michal Slanta. I don't know if that's how he spells his name, but or he pronounces his name, but yeah. If you want to check out his work, you can. I've pasted a link in his chat, in the chat. Thank you. No problem, man. Okay, yeah. Let's try this here. First of all, I'm going to grab a house that I already created. Did I call it home? Yeah. Maybe we can create the house from scratch. Let's start by creating some cone. And let me... before we even get to that, let me just do a few promotions here. Yeah, if you are into rigging and you want to have a quick way to rig your characters with a very interactive add-on or tool that makes it very, very easy for you to rig any character, set up a lot of things for you in a few clicks. The Auto Rig Pro add-on is the add-on you want, and link is in the chat. You can basically just look at what it does here. I can't really explain more than what it's showing here. It's just an amazing add-on. Then the next add-on I want to promote is the Extreme PBR Nexus. This is a collection of PBR materials, a lot of PBR materials. If you have this add-on, you won't need to download or create any new materials for yourself. This is going to be enough. So if you want to get it, you can find the link in the chat as well. Then finally, we have True Terrain. This is an amazing add-on for creating terrain, and it comes with materials, textures, trees, vegetation, everything packed in one single add-on. As you can see here, you can modify your terrain, and you also have a few presets that you can choose from. So yeah, if you want to get any of these add-ons, you can find the link in the chat, and it also, buying these add-ons also helps support the channel. So let's get in today's stream. Let me get my PureRef, just so we have a few reference images to look at while doing this. We're going to start by creating the cone, and I think this is going to be a good modeling tutorial for anyone who is new to Blender. So I'm going to go through some of the basics of modeling in this one. So we have some cone here, a few reference images that we could use. I need some real images, some real cone, because these look like vector drawings. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Okay, now let's let me see. Let's start by making the cone. I think we can start with a leaf. You can start with the leaf, which we should do from a plane. Let me turn on random. Let me turn on shortcuts here. So the cone seems to taper at the top here, or at the apex, whatever you want to call this. I think it also shrinks at the bottom, like this. And we can also bevel this edge a bit. I think we can push this so we have something like that. Make this sharp at the top there. We don't want to use too many subdivisions, so let me reduce this to a few, just a few. So this is what we have, and we also want to make it wavy. So I'll select a few of these. And you can already see we have something that looks like the cone we want. If you want more subdivisions, you can do that, but it's going to use one. Now let me move this around there. Now, for the stalk or stem, let's start with a simple cylinder. We can use about 8 vertices because remember we are trying to create a cone field, so we want to be very conservative with our polygon count. So I'm going to extrude this up, and I think it shrinks as well at the top here. One thing I'm thinking is let's first make this bend. So I'm going to put my cursor around here, Shift S cursor, and then turn on. Use cursor as the pivot point. Select the top here. Turn on proportional editing and rotate this. Let me change this to sharp. You can see I can easily bend this like this. I think some of these need to be rotated. Now we can, let me see, make these waves more pronounced. Like that. We call this cone field. Save that. Also, okay, so we have this. Now we can make a few copies of this. So I'll duplicate this, and I think before I even do that, if you look at the cone shape, it wraps around the stalk or stem a bit. So I can extrude this and then grab these edges, extrude them to kind of wrap as well. I don't think they wrap completely. So And let me see, we can add a loop around here. Yeah, something like that. Maybe push this, give it another loop. Yeah, something like that. It shows where the cone or the leaf meets the stalk. Let's push these out a bit like that. Now we can duplicate this a few times. And just set its origin. Then now we can also just start changing this a bit, because we want a few variations. You can already see that with just a few of these, maybe we need a few short ones. Yes. Let's make a few variations, I think. Make more up here. It's extrude the stroke even further up. Just make it really tiny at the top here. Like that. So let me see how, on average, these have quite a number of leaves. Let me make sure these are dressing. Okay, I think it's starting to look like corn. So these top ones have to be thinner. Like that. Now let's create these grain. I don't know how they call them, but let's use. Let me see. What can we use? We can use. Let me see. We can even just use this for the start. We can grab this here. Shift D, maybe add a few subdivisions. Just like plant it on here. Like there. Just displace it a bit. And I'm going to first isolate it and create these seeds. So for the seeds, I'm going to use plain like this. Just something simple. Origin 3D cursor. Those are going to be our seeds, and we're going to have them on this using a particle system here. You can already see how they look. And we want the source to be, let me turn on advanced, source to be random, and then let me see. The rotation can be normal. Yeah, so normal would work. And I think we can also get away with just, because I was afraid this might be a lot of polygons, but let's just have it like that. Maybe they should even be a little bit even more fewer. Hello Bhavesh Patel, how are you? Glad to see you. We obviously need more than this, but I think our stock needs to be a bit, has to be even smaller, like that. Yeah, I'm okay with those. I think I'm going to duplicate this a few times. So let me have my cursor there. Just like that. And I think I can get rid of this Hello, Dev Studios 3D. How are you? Glad to see you. It's crazy how good you are. Thank you, man. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice. Let's see. I think this is starting to look like corn. Now we can even add a few segments in here. Yeah, to actually make it, because corn is segmented, I think. Let me use auto smooth. Change the but I use a mobile app. I am also an animator. Oh, you use a mobile app to what do you animate using a mobile app? Because I feel like mobile phones are kind of limited in their capacity to do stuff. So how do you really animate with a mobile app? I'm really interested. Name is Prisma 3D. Oh, the app is called Prisma 3D. Let me see. Never heard of that. And Prisma 3D. Like, does it really do good animation? Huh. Looks like Blender. Prisma 3D. Wow. Nice. I got a midterm tomorrow and I'm stressed. And you got a midterm tomorrow and you on YouTube. Wow. I guess that's why you're stressed, man. Because I'll be panic reading right now. Okay, let me just clean these. Make sure we don't have any intersecting bits. I don't know about you, but I think this looks like corn. Maybe we need one more of these. Somewhere like that, and I think we have corn. So we can create the actual corn itself and start working on the texturing. So the corn itself shouldn't be too difficult. I think we can do a circle without too many vertices. So, okay, I'm not sure why this is like this. Prisma 3D supports all models. OBJ, FBX. Nice. Yeah, I should really go study, man, because if you have midterms, you should be studying. I wouldn't recommend being on YouTube right now. Unless if the midterms are for Blender, on how to model a cone in Blender, maybe then this would be exactly what you need to be doing, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. I wouldn't believe you if you said that was the case. Okay, then I think I can grab about this, push it out a bit, grab this. Hello, secret scientist. How are you? No problem, Dave. First question: is midterm be like made a cone in Blender using Blender? Yeah, if it's about making cone in Blender, maybe you are in the right place. But if it's not, yeah, man, I would recommend to go get a book really quickly and just do some revision. So what are the midterms from about? You're from India? Nice. We have a lot of India friends here, which is great. Okay, so I think I can also grab this face here. Prisma 3D version is very nice. Ah, yeah. I'll try and check it out and see if it's as good as you claim it to be. Because, yeah, mobile phones are really... I'm very skeptical about animating using a mobile phone. I don't know how the results would look. This, yeah, I think cone is usually, around that shape. If we remove the subdivisions, doesn't look that great, but yeah, so that's going to be our cone. Now we just need to add this hair thing. Maybe let me try decimating this a bit. Okay. Now the only thing I need here is let me first grab this. Okay. Thank you for subscribing, Dev Studio. Really appreciate that. Okay, so now we have our cone. We can make Taj Mahal. Yes, Taj Mahal actually doesn't seem to be that hard to make. Maybe we can make that in the next stream. Remind me when you're here and we can do this. We can try the Taj Mahal. Okay, so let's look at the silhouette. Think that's good. Yo, thank you, Drumil, Pandya for subscribing. Really appreciate that. We add another cone here. Yeah, 2 cones are enough, I think. And, we can UV unwrap these. Let me first hide this for a second. UV unwrap. Let me go to UV editor. Thank you, man, for subscribing. Really, it's amazing. So today seems we don't have as many people as we usually have. I think that's because it's a Saturday. People are either going to church, those who go to church, and those who don't maybe are with, I don't know what they're doing. Should we unwrap this? Let me control copy UVs and do sims from islands. Unwrap again. We'll try out Prisma 3D. It's a free app. Yeah, but the problem is I don't really animate that much. So if it's just an animation program, yes, I rarely do animation. Okay, let's start texturing this. Let me just grab cone texture. I want the cone leaf texture. I think I can also find that on textures.com. By the way, if you're just getting here, we're trying to make something like this. Let me see. Con. Hello, back to before. How are you? What's so good about the before that you want to get back to, man? What's so great about it? Let's see. Cone leaf texture. Oh, these are close-ups. I want. Let's do cone leaf. Just cone leaf. Okay. Cone leaf. Okay. Since that seems to not exist, let me just grab an image. Plant. Let me just use any of these. I want to actually just get. There should be maize leaf. Texture. Let me try this or this. Let's go back to textures and do maize leaf. This is too small. This could work, but I'm sure there are watermarks in this. Next tutorial, make anger at what scenes. I'm not sure what that is. This kind of art style. Thank you from Canada. How is it there? These look super complicated. Let's get this image. Use it as our texture. So let me just drag this in here. Bring back our reference image and just pin it. Okay, so have the cone. And just unwrap this. And make sure that everything is following the same direction. Okay, grab everything, link the materials. Now the issue is that this image doesn't tile correctly. So let's see if we can make it tile. Just get everything to look correctly. Random brightness would be good for leaves. Oh, you mean? So if I, yeah, but the problem is that I'm going to I have to make these, turn these into a single object. So the random thing will not really work here. But let's see. Where's my other cone thing? Yeah, so this here should connect the roughness like that. Now we can use our math node here to just reduce on the reflective or the shiny surface. Now maybe we can even use this as the bump. Just give it a very slight bump like that. Then this can give it a different material to make, because these are usually a little bit brownish. So I'll do a mix color, use a color like that. I guess we can also grab a noise texture like this. Just give it a color ramp, just to make the leaves a bit brownish in some areas. Can do color or overlay. Just to introduce some random colors so that these are not completely we can even just use this as the color itself. So this can be a bit so this can be purely white. This because we want the leaves to be a tiny bit colored. Just have some slight colorish effect. And another thing we could do is give these a translucent, so shade a translucent. You make things look easy, but when doing alone, it's another challenge. Well, it's usually experience. So if you do this, if you practice, it starts becoming a bit easy. Now leaves looking good. Good. That's good to hear. Great to hear. Can use the same color here. Can also bring the normal back. We don't need the Photoshop anymore. Some bit of turbulence like that. Can hide this. Actually, let me just put it down here. And usually the stock is its color is First of all, it doesn't have, the stock doesn't have any translucent to it, shouldn't have any translucent to it, and it should be more shiny, I think, with less textures. Yeah, like that. And now I think, let me make sure that this is in its collection called cone. Now with that, I can even just add this to my own library. Call it the cone. Yeah, cone. Let me put it in my plants. Do I have here plants? Just like that. Yeah, so I can now reuse it as I want in different projects. Okay, so now with that, I can disable this for a bit and then just instance the cone like that. So yeah, let's create our field of these. Let's use geometry nodes for this because to my knowledge, the particle system doesn't instance or doesn't render out, will not render empties or instances like this, so we can't use it here. So let's use, let me first get a ground, maybe grass. Let me ground surface, the ground material like this. Apply. Let me also add a displacement texture like this. Our camera is going to be, I don't know, here. Okay, now let's switch to the geometry nodes, set up a new group, then bring in the instance. Now let's first pin this and just bring in this instance. And let's do, I think it's under instances on point or points. I think we have to find distribute points on faces. So we have a bunch of faces like these points. And we can also bring back the geometry with the join geometry like that. And we don't need too much cone, but then we can, after the distribute points on instances, we can then use instances on points to change the points to geometry. Okay, blend hang. Hello, Santhosh Kumar. How are you? Glad to see you. Let me end this. Let's use instances on points. Let me see if I have a primitive, a cube. Mesh primitive. Okay, so it seems that geometry nodes also doesn't support instances, these groups as instances, so we can't use it here as well. So what I'm going to do, instead of using geometry nodes, let's try something different. Let's go back to the shader editor. No, geometry nodes is not heavy. It's just that I don't know why Blender hung there. So let me see if I can figure out a way to instance this collection in a much easier way. So if I have a plane like this and render it as the instance, okay, where are my instances? I expected this to be instanced for some reason, but I don't know why it's not. Let's try again, select, let's have a cube. Yeah, let's do 10. This geometry has gotten corny. Nice puns. Yeah, I think the reason why we couldn't instance this, because this group is not really geometry, it's an empty. Let me see. So if I'm trying out something different here to kind of trick. I want to trick the particle system to distribute this. So if I parent this to this, let me see if that would work. That says object, and can I do instance? Doesn't seem like that would work either. Oh, yeah, it won't work. So anyway, we could just do this manually maybe. Actually, yeah, since we can't use the particle system to instance this, though we could, let me see, we could use the particle system this particle system to instance the cone collection, but that's going to kind of instance just object by object, whole collection. Yeah, it needs to be whole collection, I think. Yeah, and then we need to turn on advanced rotation, use normal. Let's use global Y. Yeah, I think that's what is going to work here. Let's use 100 particles and just turn on children, increase the radius, Use 25 millimeter. Bro, please make cinematic ocean with animation. Cinematic ocean with animation. I think I've done something similar to that. That we want the cones to just run along here. So let's create a new vertex group. Assign density. Now we can increase the particle, the children radius, and play with the random rotation. The particles are not. I want to be able to give them a random phase and a random rotation so that they don't look the same direction. But the issue I'm having here is that their default rotation is kind of setting them off. So what I'm going to do is grab the original collection here, and first hide the original collection, which is this. Select everything and parent it to maybe an empty like this. So let me grab everything and parent it to the empty. Control P, keep transform. I want to rotate them in a way that so I need to rotate them 90 degrees on the Y so they are standing upright. Now I can go to the particle system and play with the random phase. Let's use cycles. And we just want to have the particles only where the camera is going to see. So I'll select the vertex group and then deselect all the particles, all the vertices on this side,